Good morning, students. We are starting a new topic in physics today, that is pressure. Very important topic and somewhat tricky topic. So concentrate yourself. We are going to start. The definition of the pressure is the force acting per unit area is called pressure. The formula is pressure is equal to force over area, where force should be in newtons and area in square meters when we will solve the questions. And in simple form, P is equal to F over A is the formula, where P is the pressure, F is the normal force, perpendicular force, the force exerted at right angle to the surface in Newton. A is area in meter square. The SI unit of the pressure is Newton per meter square or Pascal. And from here we can see the definition of the Pascal is a force of 1 Newton on an area of 1 meter square exerts a pressure of 1 Pascal. If the amount of the force applied to two objects is same, then the object with a smaller area results in higher pressure, and the object with larger area results in lower pressure. Very important point. At one time, dance hall owners banned women wearing stiletto heels from going on the dance floor. The pressure set up by a woman putting all her weight onto one heel is almost equal to 8 elephants standing on 1 foot. Calculation below shows the comparisons. Normally the weight of a woman is 48 kg, and when we will convert it into newtons, W is equal to mg, so that will be equal to 480 newtons. And area of the heel is 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. That will be equal to 0.01 meter into 0.01 meter. And pressure's formula is force over area. Force is 480 Newton and area is 0.1 into 0.1. When we will solve it on the calculator, it will become 4800,000 pascals. Whereas the weight of an elephant is normally 5400 kg, and after converting it into Newton, that is W is equal to mg, the force will become 54,000 newtons of one elephant. Area of the foot of the elephant is normally 30 centimeter by 30 centimeter. After converting it into meters, that will become 0.3 meters into 0.3 meters. Pressure's formula is force over area. Putting these values in the formula, 54,000 over 0.3 into 0.3. Solve it on the calculator. The answer will be 600,000 pascals. If you can see the pressure exerted by a woman that is only 48 kg on the dance floor or anything is 4800,000 pascals, whereas the pressure exerted by an elephant when putting all weight on 1 foot is 600,000 pascals. So 6 8s are 48. So almost a woman's pressure wearing a stiletto heel, putting all weight on 1 foot, is almost equal to 8 elephants putting all weight on 1 foot. Skis have a larger area to reduce the pressure on the snow so that they do not sink in too far. Because of the larger area, pressure is reduced. Drivers in Iceland, when going out on the snow, Let their tires down until they are very soft. The tires spread out over the surface of the snow as they drive along. This creates less pressure due to larger area of the tires so that tires do not sink in the snow. The studs on a football boot. Here are the studs. Only a small area of the contact with the ground. The pressure under the studs is high enough for them to sink into the ground, which gives extra grip. So this is the reason normally football players wear shoes with studs, which give them extra grip on the ground. Likewise, under the tiny area of a point of a drawing pin, the pressure is far too high for the wood to withstand because of the very small area in contact with the wood. Here is a question. The weight of the man is 600 Newton. What is the pressure on the floor? If he stands on his 2 feet, area of each foot is 0.015 meters square. So formula is pressure is equal to force over area. Force is 600 newtons. And when he is standing on 2 feet, area will be 0.015 into 2 because this is the area of 1 foot. So 2 into 0.015 will be total area of the 2 feet. After solving it on the calculator, the answer will be 20,000 pascals. B part is if he stands on his toes. Total area of his feet in contact with the floor is 0.008 meters square. Total area of the feet. So it means 2 toes area is this. Formula is pressure. Pressure is equal to force over area. Force is same. But now area that is in contact with the ground of the feet is 0.008. Solve it on the calculator. Answer will be 75,000 pascals. So from here you can see if area is reduced, more pressure will be exerted. If area is larger, less pressure will be exerted. Another question is here. Why does a sharp knife cut more easily than a blunt one? Because a blunt one is having a larger area and a sharp knife having a smaller area. So answer is because of the high pressure under the blade due to smaller surface area than a blunt one. And other question is here. Explain why the use of the large tires help to prevent a tractor from sinking into the soft ground. So the answer is again same. Tractor with wide wheels can move over soft ground. Bigger tires have greater area in contact with the ground. Hence pressure on the ground is reduced. And other question is here. Explain why a lorry uses more and bigger tires than a car. Because a lorry normally carry more passengers than a car. That's why more and bigger tires are used. So bigger and more tires have greater area in contact with the road. Hence pressure on the road is reduced. For most pressure measurements, the Pascal is very small unit. In practical situations, it is often more convenient to use the kilopascals. Abbreviation is kPa. And 1 kilopascal is equal to 1000 pascals. And other question is here. On a frozen lake, the ice will break if the pressure on it is greater than 1 Newton per centimeter square. 4 boys stand on the ice. Which one will fall through? So we will find the pressure of all four boys. The pressure who the a person whose pressure is more than 1 Newton per centimeter square will fall into the lake. So the formula for the pressure is force over area. So 200 over 270 will give answer lesser than 1. 300 or 2 over 250 will give answer more than 1, favoring this situation. 400 over 500 will give the answer lesser than 1. 500 over 560 will give the answer lesser than 1. So person B will fall into the lake. So B is pressure is equal to force over area, that is weight over area. For choice B, pressure is 300 over 250. Answer is 1.2, that is more than 1. A concrete block has a mass of 2600 kg. If the block measures 0.5 meters by 1 meter by 2 meter, what is the maximum pressure it can exert when resting on the ground? So to find the maximum pressure, the block should be placed on the smallest surface. So the dimensions are 1 by 5, 1 by 0.5, 0.5 into 2, and 2 into 1. So the smallest surface will be 1 into 0.5. So mass is 2600 kg. Force, that is equal to weight, that is 2600 into 10 is equal to 26,000 Newton. To exert maximum pressure, the block must be resting on the side with the smallest area, which is smallest area is 1 into 0.5, that is equal to 0.5 meters square. So putting values into the formula is pressure is equal to force over area. Force is 26,000 and area is 0.5. So after solving it on the calculator, this is the maximum pressure that can be exerted by the block if it is placed on this side. That's it. That is 1 into 0.5. And in kilo, there are 1000 pascals. So answer is 52 kilopascals. So this was the topic. Read it again very carefully and make your notes. Thank you so much.